Well, happy Thanksgiving. My name's Josh. We're coming to you from Superior, Colorado, one of the many Denver suburbs, kicking off the Silver Stick Regional Tournament. As the Pronghorns coming off their tournament win in Pinedale, facing off against the Boulder Rough Riders, the home team here in this rink. Game one of the tournament. We'll have a few games over the next several days. Hopefully you can join us. Glad to have you here. It'll be Micha Zakotnik starting out in net. Lachlan Denton will take the draw over center. He's flanked by Curtis and Amborski. Hansen and Henderson are your defensive pair. And we are off. Draw is won by Wyoming. Denton trying to skate through, fires one on net. There's a shot saved into the near corner. Working around the far side. Amborski trying to get this puck free from the wall. Fed back for Henderson at the point. Back down to Amborski. Amborski fires it. Oh, it's right across. Had Brock Curtis in the slot. That just hopped over Curtis's stick. And here come the Rough Riders. Hansen taken to the ground. Amborski trying to usher one here for Denton. Denton will pick this one up, trying to feed it to Curtis, but held in the zone. Now Hansen back behind Zakotnik, feeds it around far boards. Sent back deep by Boulder. Henderson trying to get the puck free. Now Finn Amborski working in the corner. Boulder doing a good job of keeping possession. They'll lift a shot. That comes all the way in on Zakotnik. And he'll save. 10:47 remaining here in the first period. Both teams with shots on goal. And about now the jitters starting to wear off. Both teams will settle in. Mushlock wins this draw, pushes it over for Anderson. Flanked by Anderson and Sanders is Mushlock up front. Anderson loses a glove. This one fed to the blue line. Mushlock sidesteps. He's got many jerseys surrounding him, so makes the smart choice to dump. Back around behind, Anderson challenging on the forecheck to get control. Sent back to the blue line. McNeal tries to keep this one in, but it gets past him. And team's working right here along the near half wall. Sanders gets this free. Sanders past Mushlock. Mushlock feeds it over for Anderson. Fires a shot. Pad save. Peeled out of the corner here by Boulder. Mushlock tries a poke check there on the forecheck. Now Hopkins in over the boards. McNeal back on defense. This one comes all the way in on Zakotnik, and he'll take no chances getting the cover. Denton back over center. Puck is left right there. Denton has the stick tied up. Hansen will intercept this shot, and he'll carry it around the far side. Easton Hansen feeds one up for Friedman. Ralston Friedman works through center. Into the zone, dumped in. Good stick there from Ralston Friedman to keep that one in. Rough Riders were trying to get the outlet. Right in the slot. Oh, and Friedman fires a shot. Puck is into the back of the net. And Wyoming opens the scoring here off the efforts. Ralston Friedman, Lachlan Denton. Draw, one here by Wyoming. Vanbragt challenging on that far side. Friedman fires it around, that gets out to center. Denton trying to hop on this one, it'll be Friedman. Denton just getting onside. Held in at the blue line by Henderson, he'll push it deep. Friedman goes back into the far corner. Supported by Denton. Denton gets control of the puck. Denton challenged, trying to feed one back to Raleigh Friedman. Now Hopkins sends it deep. On the ice comes Easton Hansen. Hansen not able to keep that one in. It'll be Vanbragt. Fires it over for Mushlock. Just narrowly dodged a too many men call there on the late change. Oh, there's a shot. Rebound, Mushlock trying to corral the puck here on the near side. Both teams battling puck from the near boards. Tough visibility here in this rink from where we have to set up. A little bit of a blind spot down there, but it's going to be Hansen with control back behind. Hansen fires it out front. Both of his forwards were on the close side there. Mushlock centers one across. Nobody sitting on the back door. Rough Riders with the outlet pass, intercepted by Hopkins. Hopkins turns it right back in onside. Amborski, Hopkins fires a shot, pad save. Now Mushlock in the corner, puts it deep. Here's Amborski. Amborski works to the forehand, tries to stuff it in. And the goaltender has that one underneath him. Stoppage in play, 7:08 remaining in the period. Wyoming up on top, 1-0. Offensive zone face-off. We at the far circle. Denton trying to get this into a shooting position. Push down deep. Curtis looking to set up front. It's going to be an icing charged against Boulder. Another offensive face-off will come near face-off circle this time. McNeal fires one. That's blocked out front. Puck still loose in the slot. Around the boards. You got Sanders hustling for it here. Now Denton. Deeper into the zone. Lachlan Denton working. Oh, feeds one across. Had Anderson capped out front. Push back to center. And offside. Boulder came into the zone with one inside there. Mushlock over center for the draw. Boulder will dump this one in. Elijah Henderson back behind Zakotnik. Zakotnik's not seeing a ton of action coming his way thus far in the hockey game. All the pressure has been applied by Wyoming. That one gets past Hopkins. Just inside Boulder territory. Hopkins gets the steal, trying to work toward the slot. Hopkins fires a shot, that's wide. Rattles around the boards, back for Mushlock. He sends it, and that just hopped over the stick of Brody Hopkins. Centering pass, hot, gets all the way through to the other side. Friedman will keep this one in. He'll dump it deep. Mushlock chases. Mushlock down behind, trying to push the puck here for Hopkins. That gets past him all the way out to center. Henderson has to corral. He's pressured. Leaves the puck for Amborski, and Amborski will dump it in. Mushlock on the forecheck, gets knocked to his keister. Reversing it around is Boulder. And a good keep there by Jayce McNeal. But then Boulder does get the outlet pass. That's going to be deflected and go for the icing. Denton readies for the draw. Draw is controlled by Wyoming. Vanbragt takes a shot, and then Denton cracks one that just goes outside that right post. McNeal keeps this one in just inside the blue line. Sanders takes his man down. No arm in the air was a check. Denton trying to skate through, gets tied up in the skates there of Anderson. And Boulder rings one around back behind Zakotnik. Anderson on the outlet. Has Sanders on the wing. He'll overskate and dump. All the way back behind. Weston Sanders going to win the race to this puck. Centers one out front. Trying to find Denton. Sanders had it back momentarily. Now Denton with control here on the near side. Denton feeds it across. Friedman trying to unleash one. That's poke checked, and Boulder sends it around the far half wall. Elijah Henderson's going to get to it. Sends one into the slot. Denton is there. Denton turns. Doesn't get much on that forehand shot, and it's steered back around behind. He'll go prone after the puck, and it's Ralston Friedman battling back behind. Now sent around again, far half wall. Can Henderson keep it in this time? Yes, he does. Scooping it up, here's Ralston Friedman. Tries the backhand wraparound attempt. That's poke checked off. Stood up at the blue line and held in by Easton Hansen. Sorry about the technical difficulty there. Back in action. Under 2 minutes to play in the period. Wyoming still with the 1-goal lead. Here's Friedman. Right in. He'll fire a shot, and that's a beautiful glove save. Shutting down the open net. Mushlock gives props to the Boulder goaltender. 1:47 remaining. 1-0 hockey game. Sorry about the mishap of the scoreboard there. 1-0 hockey game here for Wyoming. And there's a shot off the stick of Easy Anderson. Right off the draw. Anderson buries it top right corner. And Wyoming extends their lead 2-0. 1:42 remaining in the first period. Picked up here, Brock Curtis. Curtis fires a shot. That's wide right. Curtis working in the corner. Set around the boards, hustling after this one's Easton Hansen. That gets over his stick, and he has to retreat all the way back to scoop it up in his own zone. Hansen sidesteps one, skates right through the slot. Feeds it up. There's a long shot. That's in and saved. Draw. Curtis, correction, that was Sanders trying to unleash one. Mushlock pokes it free. Mushlock backhands. Score! And Case Mushlock extends the lead now. 3-0 for your Wyoming Pronghorns. 46 seconds remaining in the first period. Back around behind Zakotnik. Mushlock in his own end. He'll overskate. Vanbragt hustles over for this one. Boulder has it back behind. Centering pass broken up. Jayce McNeal now fed to Mushlock. He'll sidestep around. And Mushlock trying to turn it to the center. Feeds it across. Finds Hopkins. Hopkins fires one. And that's into the glove. And held. Good play there. There's another shot. Saved. Draw one by Mushlock. Vanbragt trying to turn and fire. Now onto the stick of Hopkins. He'll send one. That's wide left. Under 5 seconds to play now in the period. And there is the horn. After one, Wyoming up on top in this one. 3-0. And here's the draw. Second period underway. Curtis fires a shot that's high. Amborski goes to the wall after this one. Finn Amborski taken to his knees, pops right back up. Again to the ice. One man battling. Intercepting here is Hansen. Back in the zone, but offside. Held in here by Mushlock. Picked up by Anderson, fed across. Weston Sanders back to Anderson. Good unselfish play there. Boulder pushes it out of the zone, having to hustle back for this one's Jayce McNeal. McNeal off the boards. Will be played here by Mushlock. He's immediately surrounded by Kami. DeLuzio challenged by Sanders, and Sanders is going to get the puck. Feeds it right out front. Anderson fires a shot. Oh, off the shoulder pad. Save. This one all the way back to the point. Jayce McNeal fires one. Direct, deflected. Mushlock buries it. And Case Mushlock with his second goal of the game. 10:43 remaining in the second period. Wyoming extending the lead, 4-0. Draw won by Boulder. Stepping up, here's Brody Hopkins. Has numbers. Oh, good poke check there from Boulder. They'll come back the other direction. Here's Boulder. Zakotnik readying. No shot allowed by Elijah Henderson. And centering pass is controlled by Friedman, who feeds it over for Hopkins. Hopkins cross pass for Denton. Here's Lachlan Denton into the zone onside. Tries to toe tag and then blows a tire right into the end wall. Not able to keep this one in is Hansen, and Henderson corrals right at center. Elijah Henderson. Cross ice pass. That gets past everybody. It's going to go for an icing. Charged against Wyoming. Mushlock wins this draw back. Battle for it there in the near corner. Comes free onto the stick of Case Mushlock. He reverses it back, trying to get it to Amborski along the boards. Locke Vanbragt feeds it up for Curtis, who does get the clear out of the zone. Sent right back into Wyoming territory. McNeal feeds it up the board, looking for Mushlock. Oh, Curtis almost snuck up there to get in that passing lane. McNeal's pass knocked down. Shot goes wide right. Zakotnik way out of the net. McNeal trying to feed it up and out. He'll lose an edge. Vanbragt now up the boards, held in by, oh, we're going to get a penalty here. 8:47 remaining in the period. And it's going to be number 16, Boulder, going to the box. I believe tripping's the call. No signal from the referee. Always love it when they do that. Oh, picked up there, and Denton score! Lachlan Denton with the power play goal. 8:39 remaining in the second period. Wyoming extends their lead 5-0. Hansen trying to push it in along with Sanders. Stood up there at the blue line, right back out to center. Onto the stick of Anderson. Sanders. Around for Anderson. There's a shot blocked out front, goes off the stick of Butler. Puck still loose right here in the center. Hansen will pick this up off the far wall. Hansen sidesteps. Easton Hansen feeds it across. Denton, oh, and that puck just goes outside the left post. Right out in front, puck free. Hansen again, he's everywhere. Backhand shovel pass. Here's Denton, wraparound. Oh, just shutting it down there is the Boulder goaltender. Did not know where it was for a moment. Swings over to make the good save. 7:37 remaining in the second period. Mushlock ready for the faceoff. He'll win it over for Hopkins with a quick fire. Shot goes just wide. Hopkins with the cannon of a shot. Fires another one, pad save. Friedman trying to poke it forward toward the net. Mushlock and Friedman occupying the same spot. Now Mushlock feeding over to the far side. Finds Hopkins. Hopkins, backhand shot. Friedman off the iron. Friedman had the open net there. A little unlucky to find the pipe. Good keep there by Mushlock. Battling there's Vanbragt, finds Raleigh Friedman, works to his backhand, and good defensive play there from Boulder to prevent the shot. Friedman still maintains control. Hopkins right out front, and a great feed from Raleigh Friedman onto the stick of Brody Hopkins. What a great save. Rotating right back in the zone is Wyoming. Hopkins and Mushlock, they're buzzing. Mushlock steps up, cracks one. Not a whole lot on it. Sent all the way back here. Vanbragt has space. Fires a shot that's off the skate. Friedman now gets it. Friedman working. Backhand again, found Hopkins right out front. Close quarters. Curtis challenging there in the corner. Keeping it in is Denton. Denton with possession. He'll go deep into the corner, delays. Puck comes right toward the slot and then sent back into the corner from a Boulder defenseman. There's a collision on Curtis. Lifted out of the zone and clear by Boulder. Henderson hustles back into the corner after this one, no icing. No change direction, shaking the defender, feeds it up for Finn Amborski. Amborski stood up right at that blue line, and now they'll play it center, sent back into Wyoming territory. Henderson goes to the corner after this one. And Henderson is taken down at the inboards. He's checked on by the opposing player. Good sportsmanship down there. And there's a shot from Hopkins into the glove. That'll draw the stoppage in play. Henderson now back to his feet. And you like to see that good sportsmanship from the Boulder player remaining down there to check on him. Obviously that hit was inadvertent. Everybody's okay. And the player with good sportsmanship also takes his turn in the penalty box as as Wyoming goes on to the power play for the next minute. Kind of warms your heart on this Thanksgiving to see sportsmanship like that take place. That's why we're out here. There's a long shot in from Jayce McNeal on net, covered. Now, poked it free, and Anderson almost dragged it over to the empty net. Mushlock working on the far side. Centers a pass across, that's deflected on goal. Now pushed out of the zone, Vanbragt circles back in his own territory, and there's a turnover. There's a shot, Zakotnik will find that one into the glove, and he'll hang on, taking no chances. Back in play. Boulder with possession. Now Vanbragt trying to free it out of the zone. Hopkins scoops this one up. Turns, fires a pass. Hopkins again has it down back behind Zakotnik. He'll change directions. Brody Hopkins feeds one up for Denton. Denton has Friedman out front. Gets it out to center. Friedman now picks that up. Puck batted back and forth. Penalty now expires to Boulder. Everybody back to full strength. And it's going to be Friedman. Oh, and just at the last minute, they shut down that backhand, but here's Hopkins. Lines up a shot, goes wide. Caroms all the way around the boards. McNeal sends one. That's over the stick of Friedman. Hopkins here with control. Hopkins centers one, nobody home. Friedman. Got a nose for the net. Feeds it across. Hopkins. Score! Brody Hopkins with the goal. Friedman with the apple. And the lead is now 6-0. Here's Anderson. Anderson fires a shot. That's center mass, and the goaltender hangs on to that one. No rebound. Anderson off the draw, gets it to Curtis. He'll turn, fire a shot. That's deflected out front. Rough Riders try to skate it out, do get it out to center. Elijah Henderson inside his own zone, feeds it across. Here's Easy Anderson. Anderson fires a shot into the glove and held. Backhand shot, Curtis. That's saved. Rebound on the stick of Vanbragt. Now cleared back to center. Jayce McNeal's there. McNeal across for Anderson. Anderson feeds it across. Curtis into the corner. Curtis looks to center one. He's surrounded by two white jerseys. They'll get the puck. Just out of the zone, sent back in momentarily and then punched out. McNeal from his own zone. Looks to set something up. Under 3 minutes to play. Actually, they're not running the clock. They forgot to run the clock. There's going to be a shot that's off the outside of the net. Anderson. That's going to go for an icing. All right, we'll add the time back on that they did not run the clock, which is about a minute of extra time here to play. Mushlock wins this draw, pushes it to the corner. Now Sanders slaps it deep. Mushlock from back behind has Friedman out front. Wraparound attempt shut down. Had save. Sanders has it on his stick. Puck comes out of the zone. This will be on net. No icing. Back in. Friedman will corral this behind Zakotnik. Friedman out through his own slot. Sidesteps a couple defenders. Raleigh Friedman. That'll be Mushlock getting the puck off the wall. Into the zone. Mushlock Fires a shot wide right. Karams off the end wall. It's over the stick of Henderson, who has to hustle back after this one. Eli Henderson. Oh, there's going to be an offside. Punch back to center, Lachlan Denton with control. Denton works into the zone, into the slot. Lachlan Denton dekes. Oh, and then just too much of a curl. Had the open net and sent it right through the crease. The other side. Under a minute to play in the period. That one sent out and back in offside. All the way around the boards. Back to the point. McNeal keeps that one in. Close quarters for filming here. That one just past Amborski. He regathers it. Working from the end wall. Fires. It is Friedman. Puck is loose. And Friedman just getting unlucky there with the bounces of the puck. There's another one that should have been in the back of the net. Just bad puck luck. Anderson, draw, that's sent right on net, right off the draw, and we'll get another stoppage in play, right back to from where we came. And how about another time? Anderson tries it again. That's cleared by the Rough Riders. Final seconds tick off here as McNeal will just skate it back behind. There's the horn. And after 2 periods, it's Wyoming up 6-0. Mushlock pumping up the crowd here for the third period. There's 12 more minutes remaining in this hockey game. And draw, one back. Hansen skates that one in offside. Pronghorns dump this in. Friedman goes in on the forecheck. Hopkins intercepts. Hopkins fires a shot. That's high and wide. Oh, and that's deflected. Diving save there from the Boulder netminder. Hansen will keep this one in just inside the blue line. Hansen sends one. That's deflected up into the slot. Hopkins fires one wide left. Friedman centers it across. Hopkins fires a shot. That's deflected and score! There you go, Brody! And 7-0 hockey game. Run clock now. Anderson feeds one back. McNeal, he'll fire a shot. That hits somebody out front. Right across. Sanders takes a crack at one, trying to get it inside that left pipe. Just goes wide. McNeal again fires one into the slot. Now Rough Riders. Poke checked off. Here comes Denton. Back behind everybody. Lachlan Denton works to the forehand and score. Amborski picks this one up inside Zakotnik. He loses an edge. Hansen sends it around, but held in. Shot blocked off the skate of Easton Hansen. And then he'll lose an edge again. Back in the zone offside. Well, we're in Colorado, the land of where they care about feelings more than facts. Scoreboard in the rink says 5-0, but we all know the truth. It's now 9-0 as Brock Curtis finds the back of the net. And Wyoming showing their might here on this Thanksgiving morning. Denton wins the draw, finds Friedman. Friedman into the zone. Friedman, he'll fire a shot. That's wide right. Off the end wall, Brody Hopkins from the corner tries to center one. That's knocked down. Now gets it to the stick of Lachlan Denton. Turns. Friedman was camped on that front post. No icing, as they'll say this was tipped. McNeal hustles back to pick it up behind Zakotnik. McNeal for Hopkins. Hopkins pass behind Denton, but it's going to get onto the stick of Raleigh Friedman. Friedman into the zone. Denton just offside. And as the clock continues to tick away with the run clock, coming up on 7 minutes to play in the hockey game. Wyoming beating Boulder Rough Riders here 9-0. Mushlock readies over the face-off center. Into the zone. Held in by Easton Hansen. Hansen challenged in the corner, pushes it around back behind. Anderson will scoop it up there. Anderson has Sanders camped out front. Oh, and two Pronghorn players, Sanders and Mushlock, collide. Creates a chance the other direction for Boulder, but well, they will keep it inside the zone, sends it deep around the wall. Henderson taken down. It's going to be a trip coming to Rough Riders. There is the whistle. Vanbragt fires it over for Denton. Far side. Denton taken down with the trip. No arm in the air that time. Curtis with control. Curtis fires a shot, save. All the way back to the point. Locke Vanbragt sends it into the slot in the middle. Denton with a slap shot wide left. Amborski now on the end wall. Fed around. Denton feeds it back for Vanbragt. And that's turned over. And Rough Riders with a break. McNeal trying to get back, and they'll just lift one that goes into the glove of Micha Zakotnik, and he'll hang on, yielding no rebound. Backhand shot, Zakotnik, right pad save. Onto the stick of Case Mushlock. Mushlock feeds it up, finds Friedman into the zone. Mushlock, a couple of good poke checks there to keep that in the zone. Hopkins fires one from the slot. That's intercepted out front, sent back to the blue line. Easton Hansen holds it in. Sidesteps a defender, fires one. That's blocked out front. Friedman trying to corral and take a sharp angle shot. Friedman still maintains control. Hopkins out front. Friedman brings the puck right out front, now pushed to the corner. Sharp angle shot there from Hopkins, goes to the far wall. Peeling off there, Friedman finds Mushlock. He'll tend the shot. Pad save. This one out of the reach of Hansen, and it's going to come all the way back. Glove on the ice, Hopkins back in. In the zone with plenty of room, Brody Hopkins fires one, misses wide right. Riders send one in on Zakotnik. He sees it all the way into the glove and hangs on. Shot, Zakotnik, pad save. Here comes Sanders. Sanders unabated to the goal. Weston Sanders works to the forehand side, and that's a good save from the Boulder netminder. Offside. Yeah. Push back into the corner. Hansen trying to feed it around, finds Hopkins. Hopkins over to Amborski. Can't handle that pass. Comes all the way back out to center. Amborski and Chase. Now Brody Hopkins. Both checked off. Right in front of the Pronghorns bench. Hopkins gets control. He's tripped. No call. Elijah Henderson now. Has the puck at his feet. Can't get it to settle for him. And that's turned over. Shot redirected right in front by Easton Hansen on to Zakotnik, and Zakotnik covers. Mushlock out there that'll take the draw. Should be the final draw of the hockey game. Controlled by Vanbragt. Now Sanders. Sanders skates it into the zone. He'll lift a shot into the glove, and that will be held with the run clock. That should do it as the final seconds tick off the clock. Wyoming picking up the key first win here of the Denver Silver Sticks Regional Championship. Champion out of this tournament goes to Sarnia, Canada. Teams line up for the greatest tradition in sports, the handshake after the game. We're back in action tomorrow morning. I believe it's a 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time start. We'll see you right back here. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with family and loved ones. As Wyoming Pronghorns have yet another thing to be thankful for to add to their very long list of things to be thankful for. We'll see you back tomorrow.